Okay, today we got a few projects. I'm going to get my battery tender going and test this compressor I got, and then I'm going to install heated grips, which involves taking off the fuel tank and a bunch of stuff I've never even done before. So I'm a little sketched out by the fuel tank one. Probably break this up into a couple of videos, but anyway, that's what we're doing today. Installing some stuff on a Moto Guzzi V85 TT. So I'm hoping to get my battery tender set up, which involves getting this pigtail installed on the battery. This will also plug directly into my compressor so that I can air up my tires wherever I am. So first step to that is just getting this, they call this the glove box, getting this off. Alright, that was pretty straightforward, but there's this little fuse assembly that just hooks on there, so you gotta pull this guy off first, and then the glove box pops off. Now you want to take the leads off these batteries, black first, then red. Then we're going to screw them back on with some dielectric grease and put the terminals back on. Okay, learned another lesson here. Got this all wired up, but when you try to reinstall the glove box, the cables can't exit that direction. So I'm going to reroute, maybe so this one ejects out that way, and this one I'm going to have to figure out something to get it coming out this way. Nice. Okay, we got these routed the right way, and the glove box fits on there and lets those wires out. We're not going to screw this down though, because actually taking the glove box off is first step of getting into the wiring to install the heated grips. Once we're in there, it should be kind of plug and play, it looks like, but I got to take off the actual tank and another panel up here in order to get to all the harnessing. Plus I got to take off each of the handlebar, or each of the grips. Now luckily the heated grip assemblies they're the whole assembly, so it's not a matter of peeling the rubber off or anything like that. It's just taking this piece off entirely and this piece off entirely. There's little screws in here, so it should be pretty straightforward, but it's kind of daunting to me, so we'll see how it goes. Getting the tank unsecured was pretty easy, actually. Now I'm looking at the hoses, and I'm going to see how hard these are to undo these fuel lines. There's also apparently one somewhere up in here that I gotta find, but I guess I addressed these three first. These bad boys are no problem, but this one up front, man, I have taken off both of these clamps and neither one of these wants to move. So I'm gonna heat this just a bit, see if it softens enough to pull. You know, it's 40 degrees here, so that might be the issue. We'll see how that works. The fuel tank is off. Now I gotta take off another panel over here to get to all this wire routing. And then there should be some loose plugs in here that are for the heated grips. We'll just see. Alright, this panel came off, no big deal. And next step is to get these 4 cable clamps off, and then to find the throttle control and disconnect it from a harness in here. Got the throttle disconnected here, and this is the heated grip assembly with the heated grip plug and this whole thing. So we just need to back this out and replace all this. So pop off this, lean the spark buster out, take off the weight, and I think unscrew something down here, slide this whole thing off and replace it. And then somewhere down here I'll find the place where we plug in the heated grip. Okay, you just need a Torx key, and this comes right off. The heated grip looks almost identical, except it's got this little heating wire also. And then this line right here needs to be 3 millimeters below that little screw right there. So get that right, and then it should be right in the same position as your last one. Okay, once you've got this tightened up, you just lace this through here and follow the previous cable and get it into this harness here, position that, and then you're gonna hook the slack down here with a zip tie, and then you're gonna trace the heater cable through the same place, but then it just comes down to the headstock here, and these are the two things. I don't think it matters which is which, because they're both gonna heat up at the same time, so just plug them in. Okay, this is a little odd. The replacement for the left hand grip has some screws that are supposed to go into some holes, I think, but this one doesn't appear to have any screws. I'm digging around in here and not finding them. Maybe they're deeper than I think, but I may have to cut this rubber grip away to get to it. We'll see. Ah, there were holes there. Okay, that was just a plain old rubber grip, just held on with friction, so I had to get up under there and get some grease in. I've heard you can blast them off with compressed air, but I just don't have that available out here. So anyway, these little screws right here are going to go in there, and then we'll trace the wires the same way. Then it's just a matter of putting this thing back together, which, oh God, I hope I remember where everything goes. Started right up, so I got the lines in the right place, and as you can see, this little icon right here, those heated grips are on level 3, and they are heating right up. The button is right here, and you can adjust from off to level 1, 2, and 3. Okay, that is how you install heated grips on a Moto Guzzi V85 TT.